Welcome to Your Daily Dose, a devotion ministry of the Faith Baptist Church of Franklin and Middletown, Ohio. Thanks for joining us each weekday as we share God's Word with you. It's your daily prescription for all that ails you. And now, Your Daily Dose.
We're going to be taking it from 2 Chronicles, beginning in about 7th chapter, 12th verse. And the Lord appeared unto Solomon by night and said unto him, I have heard thy prayer, and have chosen this place to myself for an house of sacrifice. If I shut up heaven, that there be no rain, or if I command locusts to devour the land, or if I send pestilence among my people, if my people, which are called by my name, shall humble themselves and pray, and seek my face, and turn from their wicked ways, then will I hear from heaven, I will forgive their sin, and heal their land. Now mine eyes shall be open, and mine ears attend unto thy prayers that is made in this place. Okay, I want to start commenting something about that, but I know most of us know about, know what we're reading about is when Solomon prayed for the people that he was in charge of, and we built the temple, and they dedicated it, and he had a big long prayer just going into this and praying for the people. And then God told him, Jesus said, if my people, which are called by my name, well, you say, that can be anybody. No, it can't be anybody. If you're not saved, you're not called by his name. If you're not living with the Lord, you're not called by his name. People say, well, anybody can pray. Well, they can, but not anybody gets the prayer answered. Now, sinner, the only prayer they can pray is for God to save their soul. The sinner cannot pray like if a person is sick and you want to see him healed. You can't pray for that, because first you don't know about God, you know about his word, you know about how he says to pray, and he gives us some good things here to do if we're going to pray, because he says right there in 14, 2 Chronicles 7:14, if my people. That'll tell you one thing right there, and we're not God's people, we're not saved. You say, well, I belong to God. No, you don't. You're a sinner lost without God. You want to be saved, but I hope you do, but if you're not saved, all the praying you do won't do any good. But if we're saved, yeah, we can ask God to help us. He does. He helps us every day. I believe that everybody that walks around in this earth and goes about trying to please God, I know he answers prayer. And somebody said, how many prayers he ever answered for you? Every prayer I ever prayed. Oh man, how's that work? Well, God don't answer your prayer the way he wants you to either. Some people think, well, I asked God to heal so-and-so and they died. Well, was they in pain? Was they in bad shape? Yeah, well, God answered your prayer. They're not hurting them all, are they? If they was ready to go, they're in heaven. My wife left me, so it'll be 3 years now. I know where she's at. I didn't want her to be here suffering like she was. I wanted to keep her after 52 years and 7 months, naturally. But, you see, she couldn't get no better. And we knew that, or I knew that, and God knew that. We tried, and doctors tried, but they couldn't do anything. So she's better off in heaven. But you see, Solomon told them here, he said, if my people which call my name shall humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways. So see, that tells you right there that how you going to seek the face of God if you're lost. How you going to seek God's face to pray? Yep. How you going to turn from your wicked ways to pray? Because, and you say, well, Christians have wicked ways. Everybody does. We don't intentionally do things wrong, but we all do things we shouldn't do. And he said, turn from their wicked ways, then will I hear from heaven. Then will I forgive their sin, and I'll heal their land. Now, I've had people tell me, well, you know what, this was a few years ago, when I was in the evangelistic field. I had people tell me, preacher, I need to pray for my wife. Are you saved? Yeah, well, then if you do that, God will probably give you one. If you're not, you don't want to do no praying for that, because he might give you anybody, you don't ever know. But here's what God tells Solomon in 15 years. Now mine eyes shall be open, and my ear attend unto the prayer that is made in this place. For now I have chosen and sanctified this house, that my name may be there, and forever in my heart will be there prematurely. And as for thee, if thou wilt walk, here's some things you got to do too. You get sprinted. As for thee, if thou wilt walk before me, as David our father walked, and do according to all I have chosen, all I have commanded thee, and shall observe my statutes and my judgments, then will I establish the throne of the kingdom, according as I have covenanted with David thy father, saying, Thou shalt not fall thee a man to be ruler in Israel. So see, there was things that after you pray that he told Solomon, that how Solomon had to walk after that, how he had to do. So you see, the thing about it is, I love to pray. I mean, I read my Bible every day, and I like to pray. I like to ask God for things, and God does things. And I have people praying for me, and I know they get through to God. No doubt about that. But I'll tell you something. The greatest thing you can do is just live till you know that God's going to answer your prayer, I mean, I know several years ago, as a lady in our church, she's gone on to be the Lord now, and I don't know why she said this to me. I never even talked to her about it, but she's asked me to pray for one day for something with the family. I told her I would, and she said, I only ask people to pray that I think can get through to God. I don't know what she meant by that, but I know some people, I kind of can understand that though. Why'd you ask just anybody to pray? Our churches and people in the church today, our churches are growing because of prayer, and we're trying to live the right way. Our churches are growing today because God's not done with us yet. But you see, when God gets done with us, prayer won't be of any use, then we'll be with Jesus. So we do need to keep this in mind. I always like this portion here in 2 Chronicles 7:14. I started in 12, but down through there, and Solomon, like I said, he went over here and he made a big prayer, good prayer for the people. And he fell on his face before God and prayed. And he prayed to God that God would help him and God would take care of him and the children of Israel. When Solomon first became king over Israel, God asked him, said, ask what you want, and I'll give it to you. And he prayed and he said, I don't want riches, I don't want money, I just want knowledge, wisdom to lead your people. And God gave him that because that's what Solomon prayed for. And we can all live where God can use us. There's not a person in this world can live for God if they want to. There ain't nobody in this world has to be lost. And nobody has to say, well, I pray, but I don't know where God's going to answer my prayer or not. I would hate to live a life like that. I hate to think like that. I'm a servant of God. Well, he might answer me, and I might ask him for something, he might do it. Or maybe this will be done, or maybe it won't be done. But no. If you live for God, he'll do it. Like I said, I'm 77 years old. I never prayed a prayer God didn't answer. I never did. I've been serving for 61 years, soon to be 62 now. Trying to preach the word and serve him. I never prayed a prayer didn't answer. Did I get them answered the way I want them to? The way I want them? No, not always. I'm not going to say that. But God answered the way he wanted to. I'm not going to sit and tell you that God answers prayer the way you want them answered. No. It don't happen that way. If it did, it would be kind of weird because some of us be praying for something we don't need at the time, we don't want. But after we get it, see, so God answers our prayer and gives our needs as he sees fit. I love you tonight. Who's out there listening to this, we'll pray for you and do anything I can for you. If you're lost, I'll do what I can to win you to the Lord and show you in the Bible how to be saved. And then, my friend, you don't have to, after that, you automatically know how to do everything else. It'll come to you. But you need to learn, you need to live for God. That's the main thing. So anyway, we're going to wrap it up now, and we're thankful tonight to be able to bring this to you. We love you, and God bless you, and have a good day. Bye-bye.
This has been Your Daily Dose, a ministry of Faith Baptist Church. Subscribe to our YouTube channel today and click the bell next to the button to sign up for email notifications each time we live stream or release a new video. To learn more about faith, please visit our website, fitinatfaith.com, for more information about our church. Have a great day in the Lord.